What would that be?
You don't remember the universal greeting?
I remember the last part of it. Hold on, I gotta remember.
Yeah, that's
It's not gibberish. Fuck you. Weep, grana, weep, ninibong?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That is in the game. They do it. They do it. By the way, I am recording.
Good.
What?
I said I was recording.
This is why you record before the go live button, because it could be a whole minute
That's
slow.
what I did.
You never know. I tend to do shit just because I think it's funny.
Don't remember the cold opens?
Exactly. This open was frigid.
Ice cold, baby.
Ice cold.
Unlike my sex life, Wepo. I'm sorry.
I'm so confused.
Moving on.
What the fuck was Wepo?
I don't know. I tried to say whoa, and like
that's what came out. Huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't bail off your own bit.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I was cringing before I even said it.
I mean,
Cringe
good.
time.
You should have,
Whipple.
but...
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, so how
Not if
have
I
you
do
all
it
been?
first.
I'm okay.
What did you say?
I asked how you've been.
I'm alright. I'm good. Can't complain.
Such strong opinions today.
What were you looking for?
I've had a terrible, no good, garbage, awful day. Fuck you, it's your fault.
Yeah, I'm on the verge of suicide.
Oh, there you go.
Gun to my
Is
head
that what
right
you're looking
now.
for?
I mean, yeah, there's words being spoken at least. I guess if we need to, we could make this a therapy session.
No, I'm actually I'm having a pretty good day. I've been doodling all day. Look, I don't have a lot to talk. My life is boring. Everything I was doing the last time we started this, I'm still doing.
What? You don't just go out and do things for fun?
No, that costs money.
I mean, why do you think I'm always broke?
You have a consistent income.
I have $8.
My income is based on other people's whims.
Well, maybe you should get your whims to... I can't believe I'm doing this on the podcast. Maybe you should get your whims to finish some of my commission.
Hey, Dusty, when you
Look,
get paid, would you buy
I'm
me
working
Delta?
on your pride thing right now, okay? I had the emergency things open, so I could do 7 drawings in 3 days and, get paid garbage for them. But I needed to cover immediate rent, so don't worry, yours is getting done, and that'll go to next rent.
All right, fantastic.
Besides, you've got $8 to your name. Clearly, it's a good thing I waited.
$8. Yeah, no, this is why I'm poor. I have part of my ADHD problem is that I'm willing to spend money, but it's not that I just waste it on random shit. I mean, I do. I like random shit, especially if it's like 30-year-old tech that makes cool noises. I'm buying it. Shut the fuck up.
That was a perfect time.
Yeah.
I'm buying it. Cha-ching.
Do not disturb. All right. But like I will go out and do things even if it costs money, because if I didn't, I would go insane.
See, I would do that, but I've found all my personal satisfaction comes from drawing.
That sounds great.
You have personal satisfaction?
Yeah, it's derived from the praise of other people. Don't you have that?
I mean,
No.
I'm testing that out. I am trying. I literally just bought a picture for. Oh, my $8 is gone. I just bought a. I just got a
My
picture
$8?
Well,
I just realized I bought a picture frame, not forgetting I had $8. My card's in the negatives right now. I get paid tomorrow. It'll be fine. The bank will never even know I took from them. I just bought a picture frame
No
so I can
one
put
will
art that I'm
ever
making in it.
know.
And I'm not going to show it off to anyone. It's just going to go on my wall. Get fucked.
I'm gonna put you on my wall.
What?
Run up.
What?
I'll
I'm gonna
steal.
mount your head.
Yeah, personal satisfaction. No idea what that is.
Personal satisfaction is.
I would
gay.
like to get this. Where do you buy personal satisfaction? Where can you find this?
Well, you develop a skill over too long of your life.
What if I'm already 27 and I have no skills?
Then become really good at improv. And then you find a group of people who don't have those skills.
Okay.
And you show them your skills doing things that they like.
Okay.
And then they say good things about you and give you attention, and then you feel good about yourself.
And then a butterfly attacks.
And then you die.
And then you die.
And then you blow up.
I don't think you realized what joke was happening. That reference just popped into your head.
My brain is 95% SpongeBob references.
That's an
It's
unfortunate
the
brain.
other 5%.
You know, maybe when we were kids, the teachers were right. Maybe SpongeBob was melting our brains.
I fucking told y'all.
No, it's fine.
I feel like it would have had
I love that we were
much more
having
to
a
do
really
with the
shitty
YouTube
improv session
clips.
that just, and then you blow up, quietly whispered.
I still think my favorite memory with SpongeBob was
Is
my...
Eelayne talking?
Yes.
You fucking cuck.
I'm gonna. So she's unmuted. So I think it's my end. I'm gonna have to go bye-bye for a second. Reload
Yep.
the page. Shablam.
Bye-bye.
You are, like, weirdly
that
loud
do
all of a sudden, though,
anything?
love.
You
I don't know,
fucking
did it?
cuck.
It did. It did the thing. And why is Kane muted? There we go.
What?
There we go.
Okay.
Sometimes I swear to God, I reload the page. It's like I'm gonna mute this one every time.
On the
Every
topic
time.
of SpongeBob, though, I was gonna say my favorite memory with SpongeBob was the boating lessons one, where it's like Squidward doing like really good driving and constantly getting punished for it. Because my dad, he didn't really enjoy watching cartoons with us, I don't think, but this episode made him laugh a lot, and every time I watch it I could just think of him saying poor Squidward when he got like knocked into the grinder.
Poor Squidward. That Square Bob Sponge Pants. What a show.
Oh man.
That memory will live on forever with me. I'm gonna put that on her tombstone.
High School
Square
Pharmacy?
Bob Pants.
Yeah. I loved Square Bob Sponge Pants, and my sister loved that musical with Troy, High School Pharmacy. What a lady.
I feel like when you're talking about the brain rot of SpongeBob, though, I feel like the YouTube poops that came out of it were probably more damaging than the show itself.
Considering... Probably not.
I don't think so. Okay, SpongeBob is already a YouTube poop.
I was gonna say, here's the thing.
I guess that's
YouTube
fair.
poops, those were, like, short, right? This wasn't the concentrated power of a full animated TV special.
Kind of the skibbity toilet for Zoomers, I think.
I mean, I would even say
Skibbity
that.
toilet is the
Are
skibbity.
you forgetting things like Camp Lazlo and stuff?
I forgot about
shit
Camp
went
Lazlo.
insane.
Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Well, that's later. That's like we don't
That
talk
that
about
came
That
later.
is-
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is later. But,
The-
point... Still, like, there has been...
We also gotta think
absolute-
about like YouTube series that were going on at the time, like Dick
Annoying
Figures,
Orange.
the most popular girls at school.
The two things
Yeah,
you just
Annoying
listed, I've
Orange.
never heard of.
You've never heard of the
Really?
most popular girls at school?
No,
That one was funny. I remember.
you're forgetting.
You know,
that
there's a common through line here.
So this might surprise you, but I actually was not on the internet until just before high school.
Newbies. Fuck, I remember Newbies.
The very first person I subscribed to on YouTube was Captain Sparkles in 2013. I was 15.
So fun.
I think for me it was Make Me Bad 35, and I was like, well,
Actually,
I
that's
watched
a lie.
YouTube before that, but I didn't have an account before that.
I
It was like 12 or
realized.
13.
I realized that is a lie. I would sneak onto my grandma's Windows Vista laptop and watch Forest Fire 101. That probably shaped me in ways.
I think the two that I watched back then were like Make Me Bad 35 and PewDiePie.
You're a fake.
Because
fan,
I
that's
watched
what you think
PewDiePie
of.
at a really young age. I still remember the Amnesia stuff with Stefano.
If you think of Forest Fire 101 and you think of the Duck song, you're a fake fan.
And the Barrels.
I'm surprised you
the
didn't.
Lego stuff too, right?
Yeah, that's what they're most
know.
known for. It's just they accidentally made a.
It's just
song.
everybody knows the Duck song, so
Yeah.
that's why I said the Duck
Charlie
song.
the Unicorn.
I
Llamas with hats.
see that those are classics.
Yeah, those are classics.
Those I got to see because those I was allowed on Facebook, and those would make their way onto Facebook. Had to become popular enough for little me to be on my Facebook account and see it on Facebook.
It makes me think of like
Mr.
Tobuscus had a
Candy
toy
Mountain
line, I
Charlie.
think.
A lot of them did. A lot of them were in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sky Does Minecraft does too.
Yeah.
Or did too.
Sky Does Minecraft, and there was a kind of like how what YouTube's is now. There was a toy line that specialized in making Minecraft YouTubers
Oh, I remember
figures.
that.
Yeah.
So there's Captain Sparkles. I want a Captain Sparkles one just because I like Captain
Do you
Sparkles.
think any of those are collector's items now?
No, they're $2.
Well, that's
there's a
true, but they don't
non-zero-
make them anymore.
Yeah, but there's a non-zero chance you could go to a Goodwill right now and find one.
Probably, yeah.
What is it?
You make a good point.
Captain Sparkles figure. Oh my God, they're selling on Amazon?
Wait, really? Are they still in production?
No, okay, out of production. I just found the old page immediately. Okay.
Oh.
Here's the Walmart page. Tube Heroes.
Tube Heroes.
Yeah, 'cause
Like I said,
Yeah.
it's YouTube, but
Some of those Tube Heroes are definitely not the hero anymore. I'm just gonna put it out there.
oh, here's the Action 4-pack.
Do you think you could find any of like Basherverse?
I found
Actually, no. It's kind of wrong to make fun of Basherverse nowadays.
Jerome.
Considering he's not around anymore, he died.
oh,
Here's a 5-pack.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about Basher.
Yeah.
Poor Melonhead.
Yeah.
eBay. Bring it to Transformers. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
ladies man.
Are you ladies?
Man 117?
He wants to mate with the female.
God, the first Transformers movies. The first Transformers movie was really good. I remember.
No,
The
it's
kids are calling it
unironically
these
good.
days. A little bit of mojo.
A little bit of mojo. God, I want to go back and watch some of the old like Bayverse ass movies that we watched growing up.
I mean, we can.
Bumblebee,
we
stop
can. We
lubricating
absolutely
the man.
can.
Doesn't that conflict with other things?
It's a different universe.
Yeah,
What?
it's a straight up different
It's
universe.
a different universe. Or what are you talking about? I thought you were talking
The
about the games in
oil-
this movie.
Oil being
P.
E. Isn't it something else in one of the lanes?
So
Is the oil just the one-stop fluid for them?
Probably.
it keeps changing. That was the one and only time we see a Transformer piss.
That's a statement.
And it was Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, more like.
No one said that sentence before, but almost 20 years ago, we saw Bumblebee piss on a man.
You think there was
I
somebody who
think-
had a sexual awakening at that scene?
Some people did.
I love. We know somebody who might have.
That's true. I'm not.
I will
naming
not
names.
name them here, but we know somebody.
Somebody is bearing a yellow cross in our friend group. That's basically what
I can't believe someone's Who Framed Roger Rabbit is Transformers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
Don't
love,
worry.
I'm gonna send you a screenshot that I just took over Telegram, or not over Telegram. I'm gonna send it to you over Discord. I need you to laugh at this because it surprised me as well.
Where are you posting it?
I'm just DMing it to you in Discord. I'm not gonna name names, but I hit him with that maybe, and I actually got a response back.
Did you ask this person about
Damn.
Transformers?
No, someone asked me a question about something, and I hit them with a maybe emote, and they were surprised.
They were surprised because they didn't expect a response at all.
I've pulled up the Fantasy Critic just to have something to look at for now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing so hot. I'm not gonna win this year. It's been decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big game I was hoping for got pushed back. I don't know if you saw that.
Which big game?
Big Walk.
I got pushed back.
No!
Not this year.
No!
Of all the
Why?
games you were hinging on, it was Big Walk.
Well, and
I'm furious, actually. That pisses me off. I'm so upset.
Elaine,
I
the
wanted
same
that
thing-
game so bad.
the same thing happened with
Mutagenics,
your
no!
Mutagenics, yeah.
Well, at least I'm not locked into that. I can drop it.
The only person who has not been plagued by a game being pushed back or canceled is Wulfryk.
No, Love got actively helped by a game getting pushed back.
What can I tell you guys? I
Thanks for locking
am
that in, by the way.
a competitive goddess.
So was I. I've picked up and dropped so many games.
Do you know what really helped me?
Huh.
When you reminded us that we could buy more games.
If,
And I just started going through it. I'm like,
so
this one
if
seems
I
cool.
had let you just not, if I hadn't reminded you to pick your other 5, you wouldn't have. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm never reminding you again. Next season, I'm not going to do that job anymore. It's up to you.
I'm gonna buy GTA 6 again.
Yeah, and yeah, GTA 6 will be up until it's released. That's that. So yeah, now we have to fight over Big Walk next year.
I still love that my
Yeah.
entire decision to lock that in on you was based on a fucking meme statement.
I mean, I knew it was going to happen too. If a Rockstar game has not released the year that they say it will ever.
Has that actually
Red
never
Dead Redemption
happened?
2 got pushed back twice.
Oh shit, you're
Like
right.
this just happens every time. Yeah, so the whole time it's like it's coming 2026, and on like Christmas 2024, we're like, no, it's not, and then we've gotten through like half of 25, like it's still, they said 25, and we got halfway through 25, like it's still totally on target. It's coming out in 2025. We're gonna push it back. It's like I knew it, you lying son of a bitch. The only thing about that I like is the guy who's running Rockstar. I kind of respect him. He's like generic rich man, but like he's vaguely smart enough that I can vaguely respect him.
Respect.
Because like more than others, like he'll say like, I am not a creative at all. I am the money man, but I also understand it's my job to get the best developers in the room and then get out of their way. It's like I respect that. Get out of the artist's way. Give them money.
As an artist, I respect.
Yeah, it's like now we have to make money, so they better make me money. But I'll give them a chance. I'll get out of the artist's way, but I expect the money in return. Hasn't failed him so far, so you know. I actually want to see meta. I want to see how much I fucked up. Meta, critic, FNAF, secret.
I think Secret of the Mimic is doing decent.
Because I dropped it.
There's a new update on the low budget repairs.
It would have. It's in the 80s right now. It would.
Yeah,
have.
it's people like it. I don't know why you
The
dropped it.
planned date is late this month for the open playtest of low budget repairs.
Okay.
Is low budget repairs?
A game that she.
One of the games I grabbed.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited about it because it's like a house flipper, but you can't do the job very well. You have to do it as cheap as you possibly can. And it's also physics based.
It was either I drop that or Killing Floor 3. I'm sorry,
Well,
but I'm going to vote for Killing Floor 3. I want that to do well.
What are you dropping?
Well, I already dropped. Remember I dropped Arc Raiders for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4?
Yeah.
But then the whole marathon thing happened and Arc Raiders went into beta at the same time and everyone was like, yo, Arc Raiders is actually really good. So now that entire community is championing behind Arc Raiders. So I dropped FNAF and picked Arc Raiders back up. So I have Arc Raiders again.
You lost points on Splitgate.
Yes. I
Damn.
have.
Really?
It got less than a
Yeah, it's a
70.
-2.
It's a 68. 70 or higher
Yep.
gives you points.
Damn.
Pretty sure that's because the dumbass wore that hat.
Yep.
Splitgate 2 is
Yeah,
a
I would
good
imagine.
game.
Yeah,
It was a fun game, but
Splitgate 2 is so good, but that guy had to wear a hat.
Associating with the U.S. politics is kind of a surefire way to suicide your career.
Yeah,
at least when it comes to fun games.
What's frustrating is it's not even like a full-on association. He just had a
No,
stupid idea, and it was a bad idea.
It
It's
was
like-
a bad.
Here-
It
here's
was
the thing,
definitely a bad.
I just want to know, like,
Then again, this isn't locked in. Maybe the hate brigade will blow over.
Yeah,
because that's kind of what happened with DD2. It's like the performance hate brigade started, the microtransactions hate brigade happened at the beginning, and then you see the reviews go up and up and up the later its life cycle goes, because like people are like, no, this game's really good. It's just there was a real big hate brigade for it, like as soon as it launched.
Yeah, and these scores will continue to update through the year. So your good scores can go down over time, and bad scores can go up. We won't know
Frag
until
Punk went down.
December. Yeah, Frag Punk keeps going down.
Damn.
Great investment, me. Appreciate me.
It's gotten you a whopping 4 points now.
Yep, that and Adam Fall. Poor choices.
Yeah, wasn't that at like 6 or 7 at one point?
Which one?
I
Frag
thought,
Punk?
I thought
Yeah.
people were
You
liking
didn't
it.
counterpick
Yeah.
Night Rain. I just want to be on it. I want to be for real about
Oh
it.
yeah, how's Night Rain doing?
I have minus 11 points because I counterpicked that.
Night Rain is at an 81. You got 11 points.
Well, why would you counter?
I didn't know it'd minus me. I didn't know that there was a downside to doing that. I just wanted to lock you into it.
But it's also like I talked you into it. I'll be honest. I remember the
A little
conversation because
bit.
me and you were talking where it was like, just like GTA, it's probably going to do well. But if it does bad, you're going to feel both sad but also really good because of it being a different game. This thing could be hated.
I mean, yeah,
fact
that
that it
was
was a
kind of my
different
thought
game.
process. Is that Night Rain is technically a tech demo to see if if more multiplayer like ways could work in a Souls game.
Yeah, but now that it's done well, never vote against them. The Duskbloods on the Switch, vote for it. Don't vote against Duskbloods. That game's gonna do well. Any game made by them from now on, if they can make this
Yeah,
game
honestly,
work, don't vote against them.
Yeah, FromSoft is like, I don't know how they did it, but they
I can
have
tell
the-
you how they did it.
Well, no, yeah, we know how they did it, but like, FromSoft literally is the most consistent game developer in the entire competition. There's like there's no competition that actually competes with them that is as consistent. It's because they have a formula, they have the same devs between every game, they retain people who are good at what they do instead of just laying people off in the hopes that AI does it for them.
I could still do really well if all of my next 6 games hit.
I hate to say this, but you can look at projections,
Yeah.
and you're in last place
Uh-huh.
projected.
Uh-huh.
Our graders is apparently only going to get you 4 points.
Oh, they're wrong. The entire community of extraction shooters is on Arc Raider's side now.
And Killing Floor 3 will only get you 3 points.
I could see
Projected.
Killing Floor 3 getting like a set. I could believe that. But I
Hollow
think...
Knight Silk Song is the most volatile thing I've picked.
Yeah, that's
This
because we
either-
don't know if it exists still.
We do know. We know that it's supposed to come out this year. We do actually know that.
And we knew it was going to come out last year. And we knew it was going to come out the year before that.
Yeah,
And
but this
we knew-
year's different. I feel
We knew
different
it was
about
going to be we knew it was going to be very out soon because it's just a DLC for the first game.
Wait, does that mean it's not pickable?
What?
No,
No,
it
it
was
started
going
out
to
as
be
a
a DLC.
DLC.
It
The
started out as a DLC, and
Oh.
then they said it had grown
The
beyond.
joke was like it's going to come out any day. It's just a DLC, and then they went. Literally, the most recent page on their website is still we're going radio silent in like 2021. They literally have just ran away with the game.
Damn.
We did see actual something fairly recently,
Yeah,
but
they showed it running on the Xbox handheld. They sponsored with it, Asus.
yeah.
And we do know that it will release at the same time that does. When that launches, that game will be out. Whenever that handheld is done. That is kind of where it is. But yeah, if Killing Floor 3 is really good, that community is a secret. People forget the Killing Floor community exists. But if it's good, they'll show up.
Killing Floor 2 is really fun. I kind of want an excuse to play it again.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
Same for Borderlands 4. If this game is just okay, fine, same as 3, it'll get pretty bad scores. But if they somehow pull off this comeback that they're trying to do, this game is going to fly. People will champion it.
Great Plains will
The
fly.
Great Plains will fry. Oh, I fucked it up even more. Great Plains will fry today.
Great Plains will...
Great Plains will the truck. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, again, if that's good, it's gonna go off. Same for Tony Hawk and Arc Raiders. They're wrong. The only thing that could fuck me is all of these games, even if they just do okay, I think all of these games could get as high as an 80. And I think I do okay. But if Pokemon Legends ZA comes out also and is pretty good, I'm fucked. I need that game to fail. I am now fully voting against that fucking game. I need it to fail.
I need it to be
You
good, man.
cannot vote against the ZA.
Have you seen
Yeah, you're
how
voting against ZA. How could you do that?
I'm voting against the ZA. I am. I need that game to fail. I need that game to prove to the Pokemon Company that is why they didn't make Black 2.
Oh,
Damn.
I need this
They did
game.
make that Black.
They did make Black 2.
You're talking about X and Y too, I guess.
Yeah, I
but,
did. I'm
like,
sorry. I'm talking about X and Y.
The thing is I will say I need this game to be good because I kind of liked the Kalos region. It was my return to the series, and I'll be completely honest with you. Fucking Kalos region, it gets zero love. It existed for a fraction of a second,
And I need this
compared
game to
how
prove to them
anything-
why.
compared to every other region, and it also had decent characters, and I
Here's the
liked
thing.
the legendaries.
I need it to be good
So you
for this reason right here. You ready for this? One,
Miltank.
my favorite Pokemon of all time from that region. Two,
Hydra.
that region introduced actual fashion.
That's true. it
I
did.
rebeat the Pokemon League so many times, so I had money for themed outfits depending on the team that I was using.
I don't know why, but I thought your sentence was going to be, and I need the game to succeed for this reason. That game introduced fascism. And I was like, why are we going this direction?
No, Poke Hitler was already a thing, like multiple times over.
Continuing. That game introduced my favorite of the battle-altering mechanics, Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
Shit's cool.
Dude,
The thing
Megas
that
are
they
so
keep
cool that
doing
people
over again.
still love them to this day.
Huh?
The only thing I know about the Mega Evolutions is they keep doing it again, but renaming it.
much,
Not really.
yeah.
I mean, kind of.
So,
I mean,
we'll
Dynamaxing
make it
really
again.
is just
is
kind of a
different.
Mega. It's just worse Mega. That's what Dynamax is. Except
Mechanically,
everybody
it's
can
pretty
do
different.
This is the thing. I'm not at all in the Pokemon fan base, even though I'm playing TCG. I'm just doing it because I like collecting things, and it makes it so I don't have to collect real Pokemon cards. It saves a lot of space and money.
And money.
Also, it's just a fun thing to kind of vaguely keep track of. It's a good little time waster. But besides that, I'm not in this fan base at all. So I just hear whispers of like, wow, they keep trying to do Mega Evolution again. And that's just
Okay,
locked
so-
in my brain of like, well, I guess that's a thing I know now.
It's
Here's
kind
the
of like this. There's the closest thing to a Mega we had before Gen or like after Gen 6 was like Ultra Necrozma. But then like we had so like Gen 6 was Megas. Gen 7 was Z moves, which is like you have like one move that gets to be ultra powerful and have a special cutscene. Then you had Dynamax, which is kind of like everybody can Mega now, but
Well, okay, so
but it's
Dynamax
different.
Dynamax replaces your 4 moves with 4 standardized moves based on the type of move it is. Physical, special, whatever the actual typing is, and then whether it's a damaging move or not. And it'll replace based on that.
Yeah, it's like a combination of Z moves and Megas.
It also
But
only
you also
lasts
become
3
large.
turns,
You also
and your
become very
Pokemon
large.
gets 3 times its normal health value.
Which is the one that gives them a cool hat?
That's Terra. That's what I was about to go.
Terrestrialization.
Terra
It's a
typing.
cool hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Yeah,
a
it
cool
gives them a
hat.
hat.
They're not
of the
cool
type
hats.
you
That's-
terrestrialize
They're
them
very
into.
dumb hats.
They're very goofy. Yeah, they look stupid. A lot of them, anyway. Some of them look okay, actually. But
I'm just
you know.
saying, if they did like the crystallizing without the actual hat, I know the hat is like an indicator of what fucking type it is, but
Yeah,
anything but the hat, please.
they could have just had them be
It's a funny hat.
like. We already associate colors with typing. Couldn't they?
Some of them would be hard with the way it's crystally though. Like
I guess.
you're telling me, fighting ground. You're telling me
Yeah,
those
fighting
aren't
is
gonna.
orange. Ground is brown, and rock
Love,
is
I'm-
gray.
Those
I'm
are
gonna tell you a
close.
secret about orange and brown. They're the same color at different saturations.
Yeah.
When you're all crystally and sparkly and shit, it's not gonna translate well.
I just think you're gay.
Good. But yeah, I mean, basically they succeeded really well one time with like a battle, like the flow of the battle. They had one mechanic that shifted that around, and they decided instead of keeping that and expanding on it to keep creating it different.
Yeah, keep remaking the wheel. Admittedly, I liked Z moves. I was not fond of Dynamax at all. Dynamaxing was fun going through the story, but honestly, like, doing Dynamaxing competitively, like, in actual Pokemon battles with real people, not fun at all. It's actually just so ass.
I like Dynamaxing, but I didn't do competitive specifically for that reason. So
Yeah, no, it was not a fun time to be in competitive. Gen 8 was not very fun to do. Gen
Well, that's
9
nice.
is also not that fun to do competitively, but at very least, there were some really funny mechanics you could do, like Terra
Is that
Electric.
an upset cat? What am I hearing?
I was trying to ignore it.
I'm just gonna continue to ignore it. Like Shedinja with an air balloon that's Terra Electric. So now it's just immune to fucking everything. You can't hit it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I want to know what that noise was.
I found my purple keyboard again. With the cats.
The cat key. Oh, the cat keyboard. Yeah, I forgot you had that.
Reminder that we are very professional.
I just looked over. I saw my keyboard. I was like, I need to play the part of the Pokemon theme song. I gotta do it in the cat mode. Yes. I
Can
put it
you
away.
play
That was supposed to be the
Megalovania
theme
with
song?
that?
Yes, it was just the very opening.
Did you not tell?
No.
I wanna be the very
Oh,
That's
best.
all I played.
Yeah, okay, right.
Hey, Dusty, could you play Megalovania with that?
That's the turn. That's the sound it plays when you turn it on.
That's not Megalovania, but that's really funny.
Well, that's how I play it.
What about Doom?
Is this Doom?
No.
That is so close to fucking copyright.
That's the point. All of these copyrighted songs are slightly different. My favorite is
No fucking way.
that's all it plays. It doesn't dare go further.
It doesn't dare go for
I got
yeah,
this
because
thing
they get a
for
copyright claim.
$3.
They'd have lawyers showing up at their house with guns.
There's actual copyrighted songs that they actually got though. Mickey Mouse Marches on here.
Don't play it.
You know what's really funny about that
Morky
fake
Moose.
spy one? They got the rights to Mission Impossible, so that's on here. But the James Bond is just a spy.
The Bond's name.
Would you
James' name.
would you like space fantasy?
Lay it on me.
What is this referencing? I know this song. I've heard it
Is
before.
that Star Trek?
I don't know. It's space fantasy. It's gotta be.
It sounds like
It's
something
called
Love would
space
play.
fantasy.
Well, I know what it's not. It's not Star Wars.
Who knows? I've hijacked this with a
Your
keyboard.
mom.
I'm sorry. eBay.
eBay.
EA Bay. It's in the game.
EA.
Now I need to go into a video editor and make Optimus Prime saying the EA thing.
You probably could.
Speaking of the podcast game, I just have two little factoids I want to draw your attention to.
Oh damn, you're just going right at it.
We
huh?
are. It's
Yep.
official podcast time. Spoilers for 15-year-old game.
15-year-old game.
Yeah.
The
Spoilers.
narrator is Vilgax from Ben 10, and Bumblebee is Nero from Devil May Cry.
This means nothing to me.
That's
You
'cause
have
you're not
no
cool.
culture.
I
I'm
looked up.
white, so that's true.
Oh, wait, what did I miss?
Damn,
What?
I said he had no culture. He said I'm white, so that's true.
I mean,
Find the lie, damn.
I mean, the only culture I have is depression. Is that a culture?
Do you eat glizzies? That's your culture now.
I was googling something. Oh, war for Cybertron.
My
Oh.
brain is ruined. You said war, and I immediately thought you were gonna type in Warframe.
Why would I ever?
War never
That's-
changes.
I was confused.
We need to get you to play Warframe.
It's not
again.
lies.
I need you to experience the joys of big number.
There's only one fact about war that doesn't change. Every other piece of it pivots. You know what that one fact is?
War.
People die.
People die. Everything else changes.
That's actually not true though, because people didn't die in the Cold War, or at least not due
See?
to
It's not a
enemy
real war.
combatants.
Why is it called a war then?
Could you believe that a game that is 15 years old has both Nolan North and Troy Baker in it? Could you believe it?
I said that nobody died in the Cold War. That's probably not completely true, but nobody officially died in the Cold
No
War.
one
There
died
were
of
official
war,
battles.
but while the war was happening, people like died on the toilet in the Pentagon. And shit,
That's
you know?
true. That's true. It's kind of the
There's a
same way
toilet
as
in
like
the Pentagon.
you would say, people died in World War II, but if somebody died of dysentery in 1945, you wouldn't say they died in World War II. Unless, I guess maybe somebody probably would. Some semantic asshole would.
My brain is fried.
I can tell.
The voice actor for Starscream is Sam Riegel. But I just glanced, it was a bearded man. I thought it said Sam Reich. And I was like, wait a minute. I've learned something. No. For half a second, I was like, my God.
How could he do this?
Yeah, really, it's a lot of the usual video game voice actors. They got Peter Cullen for Optimus Prime, though. That's the important one.
True.
That's the important one. But yeah, Troy Baker does 2 voices, and Noel North does 1, and then each of them did additional voices, probably random Autobots and Decepticons.
Also, by the way, love, just as an aside, when you brought up Warframe, the new bundle for Araxia is going to include a domestic drone of her scuttlers.
I don't have. I need the Roombas.
That makes me think of when they added a Roomba that's just one of the Scaldra tanks.
Yeah, I still don't have it.
If anyone is thinking of maybe dropping a game and picking one up, I recommend... Oh, is this game already out? Hold on.
What game?
Uh-oh.
It's a game called Date Everything.
Yeah, it's out.
Damn it, never mind. That's a game I thought about doing.
You're a lesbian.
If you could be. You could date anything.
How's it feel to get that turned around on you?
Checkmate, liberals.
You are getting countered left and right.
Yeah, I can't get a dub.
Wait, there's a lady who's got a bread guitar and whose shoulder pads are made of bread.
Yeah, because you can date everything, including the bread.
Oh, that's literally supposed to be a representation of bread. I thought it was
Yes.
just a lady who was really into bread.
No.
Because half the things exploding on this picture I'm looking at is just the object. It's a toilet, so I'm assuming you can date a toilet.
So, well, there would be someone representing the toilet.
But they're not showing that, so I didn't know that. I just see the toilet.
Yeah, well...
I didn't make the connection that some of these I need to figure out what they're
I saw
trying
a guy
to do.
earlier that was a door.
Door. Yeah. So that's the bread.
There's types of people for everyone in that game.
There's the cat. There's a cat guy. I want to date the rubber duck. Ben Stars and Date Everything.
I thought we were getting on the podcast.
We are. We're literally talking about the game right now.
Date everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game for the podcast.
Yeah, that's the game for the podcast.
What'd you
Didn't
think
you
of
know?
Date
Didn't you get the
Everything?
memo? We sent you a letter in the mail.
I haven't gotten it.
I
Optimus
tied a
Prime.
letter to a pigeon's foot and just kind of sent it out, hoping it'd get to you.
Oh,
eventually.
that's
I didn't
what that
tell it
was.
where
I
to go.
shot that bird. It flew over my
Oh.
head. I was just like, damn, I need to see what that note
Oh,
is.
it was on the way. It went through Texas for whatever
It
reason.
did. It took the long way.
It wasn't a very smart bird. He had 3 left eyes.
Oh, is that what that pigeon was? I saw the plane I was on when I went to Oregon to hit that one.
Oh,
Got caught in the rotor.
planes don't have
Super
rotors
unrelated.
anymore.
I need outfit ideas. What do you...
Something
Turbines in the
super
engines.
Turbine.
Date everything. We'll get one of their outfits.
So I have a question for everybody.
Yes.
From about the podcast game.
Mm.
Of all the characters that you played in your respective roles, who was your favorite to play as?
Funny enough, with you guys knowing the context of this, Starscream.
That makes sense.
I have a favorite Transformer, but I didn't enjoy playing them, so...
I enjoyed playing my favorite one, so I feel pretty good.
What was your favorite, lad?
Soundwave.
Oh, you didn't enjoy
But I
playing
have a
the
note
Soundwave?
about playing a Soundwave, so I'll bring it up when we get to the notes.
Okay.
Okay. But who is your favorite to play as in this one, though? Like
Starscream.
Fair
Hell
enough.
yeah.
And Dusty?
Sideswipe. My boy.
Makes
I think
sense.
Breakdown might be the second.
My favorite to play as was Air Raid.
Yeah.
Breakdown,
I made it
I liked Air Raid. I liked him a lot. I would have said Warpath, but honestly, that mission was not very fun. Actually, no. The mission was fun, but defending Ratchet wasn't.
Yes.
Wait, is Warpath
Oh.
the tank with the gun sticking out of his
Autobot
chest?
tank, yeah.
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 Okay. I remember in the
Oh.
original show where he went back to the night period. Remember that?
Yeah, I thought it's funny to me that there's an Autobot named Warpath.
And he's a tank
Yeah.
with a giant barrel coming out of his chest.
Yeah. Hey, at least they didn't put the Autobot with
I
the
didn't
crane
even-
on his crotch.
I didn't even get to play my favorite Transformer, so like I got them as a reward and didn't get to play them.
Who's your
Because
favorite?
ever since the Bayverse introduced them, the motorcycle ladies were my favorite.
RC? Hell yeah. RC,
Yeah,
Alita,
RC.
and yeah.
You just want to ride a motorcycle that's a woman.
Stamps
I like motorcycles and I like women.
I want to straddle her, put her between my legs, go for a ride.
Don't take that out of
I
context.
like-
I mean,
Take
Take
it
it,
out of
take it
context.
absolutely out of
I'm clipping that.
it's a motorcycle. I can say what I want. Listen, I will happily ride RC as long as it's not a Harley Davidson, and you'll understand why.
What if Elon Musk comes out with a new motorcycle that's like the Cybertruck, but like
I will
split in
not
half?
ride
Would you still
RC
ride that?
if she is disguised as the Cyber Quad. You are correct.
Cyberquad.
You forgot that thing existed.
Yeah, I forgot that existed in its entirety. What if he just like cuts it in half with a knife and then just like cyber cycle?
Ironhide pulls up as a Cybertruck, and I contact the authorities.
Okay, but like now I think he probably would. That's the worst part. You think? I feel like Ratchet probably has the easiest time getting around when he's transformed, just because he's an ambulance. Like who's getting in his way?
You clearly haven't been in traffic around here.
Yeah.
People get in the way of ambulances all the time. It's fucked up.
What good person is getting in the way?
It's not even that they're bad people. Some people are just that oblivious. And sometimes on a windy day, the wind is just not allowing that sound to get to you until they're already on your ass.
Okay, actually, I have been on a windy day, an ambulance is behind me situation. I basically just floored it so I wasn't like taking up space, so that I could slow down and turn over to the shoulder before, so to let them pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I sped away just so I could slow down and let them pass.
Yeah, that's like,
because I didn't want to slow down in their face.
That, like, even a loud motorcycle, you cannot hear them behind you, but once they pass you, you can hear them for the next mile.
Yeah,
It's true.
They're just way ahead in front of you. It's because the
Honestly,
horn is pointed in the wind now, and it's just traveling. But it can't go out in front.
on that topic, there was in my area when I was still working at Walmart, there was a guy who had a little piece of shit car that I guess just straight up didn't have a muffler, because it was the loudest car in any intersection. If he was around, you knew.
I can't believe you said piece of shit car, and my brain went to Adam Sandler.
I don't know what the car was. It looked old, and it looked like it was like
so
half rust.
I only have to worry about the first 100 years of the cars Okay, cool. So it's not 20 years old or newer.
I mean, it might have been. It mostly just looked rusted. Like, old as in context of its being built.
Was it super round? Was it square? Was it angular? Did it have wings?
It's kind of round.
Did it look space age? Did it look...
No, it's kind of round.
Honestly,
I
it was
think...
probably 90s or 80s.
I was going to say, it looked like an 80s car.
Yeah, probably when they started first getting around. When the Americans finally went, all right, I'm tired of driving my couch. Let's start designing cars again.
I miss my couch.
The gas crisis took away the cool engines, and America went, fine, I'll drive my couch. And then everyone drove brown vehicles with one big bench seat in the front. Just
I miss those bench seats. My dad still has one of those old 70s ass trucks with a bench seat. It's so comfy.
70s, good era for movies. Bad era for cars.
I mean, yeah, no, that truck does not run, but it's a pretty good looking truck.
Yeah.
He used it as a work truck until the bottom started rusting out, and now it just kind of collects weeds in the backyard.
Have you seen a Transformer as a 1970s vehicle? I bet you haven't. They're always
Just
older
because you
than
can
yours.
eat it don't mean
Honestly,
it's
one
not
of my
a
favorite
weed.
cars is a 70s car. It's the 70s El Camino.
Yeah, but that's like really early 70s, right before the gas crisis hit. I'm talking like 80. I'm talking about like 78.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
well,
that's fair.
Yeah, muscle cars
Yeah.
lasted until like 72, 73, and then the gas crisis hit and all those cool cars disappeared.
Just because you can eat it don't mean it ain't a weed.
No, I won't weed.
I mean, some weed is for eating.
Uh,
Weed eater.
I am talking about cannabis. I am making a joke that pertains to the good kush.
Weed eater.
Weeder.
Oh, I was hoping Fancy would. Okay.
What?
I made a VeggieTales reference, goddammit.
The rumor weed?
No, I said weed eater. The joke robot? Weed eater.
I don't remember that.
Damn, it was even a me. Okay.
Larry Boy used a weed eater against the rumor weed.
Larry, he did do that. He did do that.
That's where my mind went when you said.
No, a couple years ago when AI first started taking over, they were like, "Hey, VeggieTales was ahead, and it's in the future. All of humor will be randomly generated, and it's a robot." And the joke is, why did the chicken cross the road? Weed eater. And Larry's like, it's funny, and
guys.
and everyone else is like, what happened to it being funny? Because it's true. It's a weed eater.
We can't laugh at that.
We can. That's the point. It's funny because it's not funny, but it's funny in the
Never heard of
tomatoes
an
gosh
anti-joke?
darned
Yeah,
reaction.
It's ironic that it's just
Exactly.
you expect it to be a clever joke.
It's
but
funny
is
because you
just
weren't
actually
expecting it.
Explaining the joke makes it funny.
What happened to it's funny because it's true. Just because it's true doesn't mean it's funny.
I mean, that's true. The joke is all about delivery.
The joke is all about the...
I wonder if she just got thunderstormed.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Well, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Hello?
No. Oh, yeah, she's gone. She's dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We lost her.
Well, now let's get as far into the Transformers conversations as we can.
That's real unfortunate that took place right at that sentence. Okay.
So here's why I say that. She only got to play the Autobot half, so that'd actually be okay. Oh,
You did both.
I did do both because I'm a gun. I literally finished it 10 minutes before I joined the call tonight. I was speed running the end.
I've done the Decepticons plus.
Oh, she's
Two
back and
Autobot
she's gone.
missions.
And she's back.
Oh,
I'm back. Hello.
She's muted.
hi.
The joke is all about delivery.
You know,
Well,
I
hey,
give you props on that one.
that was a good delivery.
Was it?
Papa John's.
I just kind of crashed in the middle of the delivery.
Delivery. All right, Fancy. This game was yours. What are we talking about? What are we doing here?
We're talking about
Why are we here?
Transformers War for Cybertron,
Just
a
a second.
We're gonna be
2010
talking about the
action
penis.
third-person shooter video game.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be talking about the penis.
So how do we want? Well, usually I just hand the reins over to whoever recommended the game.
Do
you want the reins? I got the
I
reins.
can give the general gist because I did the Decepticon part all the way through, which is the beginning. Don't
think
make
this is
fun of me.
I think this is the. I'm not going to directly make fun of you, but I will point out. I think this is the first time that ever in the 2 seasons that the person who recommended the game didn't even finish the game.
No, I
You
think
are
I've
correct.
done that too.
I don't think that's true.
Really?
Yeah, I think I might have.
The
also done
person who recommended the game at least always has the fucking story for the game.
Yeah.
I have what the fuck?
Well, he has
Listen.
one half of the story.
Listen, I'm not just doing it to be like you should feel bad. I'm just pointing it out. That's a new thing.
I would.
Fancy was the first to fall asleep,
What? Oh, yeah.
which you've done 3 times.
Has it been 3 times?
It's been
Yeah,
at least
it's
twice.
been 3 times.
At least twice.
I can say, Lad might not be the first one to not complete a story because I didn't complete Fate, and the reason why, because you can't complete Fate.
Well, yeah. Well,
It doesn't have a
that's
story.
different.
This game has a finite beginning and end.
Yes.
There's technically a final boss in Fate, but they're like that's not the point of Fate.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the reins. Have them. I call shotgun.
I want the back seat.
In the back seat.
I'm gonna sit in the dead seat.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You finished?
I'm a 27-year-old man singing girl pop. I don't know what's going on right now.
So, you start the game playing as the bad guys, the Decepticons, led by Megatron. And I can't remember who.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off already.
You gave me 1 minute.
I know. I'm going to give you back the reins, but all I have to say is, already I wanted to make a reference to the movies. This is going to be really hard for me. Okay, you can have them back.
What were you gonna say? No.
You said you started as the bad guys, the Decepticons, and immediately I wanted to bring up the John Cena. They're literally called the Decepticons.
Yeah, I did. I thought about that earlier. Anywho, if you don't know anything about Transformers, the Decepticons and Autobots, they're always fighting each other, and it started back on their planet of Cybertron, which this game takes place on. Anyway, it's like mid-war. Megatron's trying to get the upper hand. He discovers this thing called Dark Energon, which he apparently can use that no other Transformer can. For whatever reason, stated that it kills everything else. The first mission you're with him, Barricade,
Yes.
and the tank. I can't remember the tank's name. Brawl.
Brawl.
Nolan North.
And that's just on the ground of Cybertron, and then I don't remember how you find the Dark Energon, but then you go up to the space station that Starscream is in charge of, apparently. I don't know who put him in charge of that. And he's not immediately a Decepticon, but after Megatron kind of takes the Dark Energon from there, Starscream's like, whoa, you can actually touch it and live. I'm going to follow you. I might not betray you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then...
Yeah, Starscream, notably very loyal.
Mm-hmm. And then Megatron's like, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this Dark Energon. I'm going to plug it into the planet and make the whole thing corrupted. In order to do that, he needs the Omega Key, which the reigning Prime at the time has, Zeta Prime. Never heard of before, but he's there. He's currently leading the Autobots, and then you go and you fight him, and you try to get the key from him, and he's like, "No, joke's on you. This thing holds the key. I have the key." So then you go find him, fight him, and then you get the key and kill him? Question mark. Capture him? Question mark. Not sure. And then the dude's like, the key is. The Omega key is an Omega Supreme, the big Autobot dude that's a ship / robot / satellite thing. And then he's like, and then you go fight him twice. There's also the level where you're Starscream, but I don't remember what you're trying to do in that level.
You don't?
Yeah.
I think
So
that's
I
where you,
know what you're doing in that level.
That's the one you quit on.
What? I tried. I got so motion sick. You don't understand.
Anyway, I didn't finish the story. You beat Omega Supreme, and then that officially corrupts the planet with Dark Energon, and then from there you go to the Autobots.
All right, so just so you know, you got all that right for the most part. The Starscream level is you promised Megatron, or he promised Megatron to turn the bridge back on to make more Dark Energon.
I forgot about the stupid bridge.
Yeah, you have to turn on the space bridge to make more Energon. And Starscream was guarding the Dark Energon for the Autobots at the time because he was all of the planes were under his control, kind of like Transformers 1, the animated movie, how they're their own thing.
That's
they got
because
out.
In Transformers like lore stuff, he was originally the commander of a squadron of flyers, basically.
Yeah, and that's what this universe is going with too. He that's why Megatron's like, if you join me, I can restore your former glory too. That's why he's doing that. He's like, hey, you join me, you'll have your own squadron. I'll let you have that. So that's why also when he does betray, the other planes like Jetfire are like, you did what? Fuck you. I'm telling the Autobots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why he was there. He was an Autobot at that very moment, at least helping because all of his other squadron was there. Yeah, and then so I'll take care of the Autobots part for now, just to do a quick over.
Can I also just really quickly say, the way you were going through it reminded me of when I'm trying to explain things when I'm drunk.
You're welcome.
Well, I have bullet points, so mine's going to be even weirder. All right, level 6. Optimus and Ratchet are fighting when Bumblebee shows up with a message for Optimus. He's like a messenger in this universe, I guess. And the message is the Prime is dead. They fucking killed him. So Optimus decides he's going to take control of the Autobots for now until either Jetfire takes over or someone else does. And that level goes on to basically you are trying to get the radios back on, I believe. You're going through the Icon Speedway. Yeah, comms go down. Ironhide shows up over the comms despite the comms being down. Don't think about it.
It's shortwave radio. It's fine.
I was going to say, maybe he's just calling Optimus.
Yeah. They meet up with... They find Starscream. We kick his ass. He flies away. And then... Oh, shock, horror, message. All of a sudden, Zeta calls out. And it's like, yo, I'm actually alive. You didn't see my body. I'm alive.
Yeah, despite Bumblebee's first thing he says to Optimus being, Zeta Prime is fucking dead, bro.
He's dead. We all saw him. And then at the end of that level, it's like, I am calling you via hologram. I'm alive. And immediately everyone but Optimus is like, so that's a fucking trap. And Optimus is like, we gotta fucking try. So the next level is going in to find Zeta. It turns out it was both. it was a trap because Megatron wanted the Autobots to try to get in.
Yeah, and show up in like if this was people and not robots, this would be the most grim horror ass level in the beginning.
Yes, this is how Transformers is. Transformers gets away with actual like grotesque stuff because they're robots. Remember, in Transformers 1, we see Megatron rip someone in half, and the camera shows his face appearing through the wires in that bot's stomach. Yep. It's like, if this was any other thing, that would be
That is
horrifying.
a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah.
That is rated M.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the Transformers has always gotten away with grotesque stuff. Yeah, we full on see like, oh, we're being sent to recycling, and it's a firing squad.
There's like a firing squad. There's like this really harsh flowing water that leads into like blenders, effectively, like grinders and shit.
If you don't answer questions right enough or fast enough, you just get squashed. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Recycling is literally just a firing squad. And then, so you Optimus and everyone's like, okay, we're escaping now. It turns out it was a trap. And then you get further into the base trying to escape. You find out... What?
Air Raid comes in and saves y'all.
Yeah, Air Raid turns out that he was part of the plan. Because, again, Optimus, Bumblebee, and I forget who else was there, let themselves get captured. And apparently, before they did that, they talked to Air Raid to help. So Air Raid crashes through a window. It is Ironhide, you're correct. Crashes through a window and gets you out of your cage, and then you all try to escape. Air Raid is captured, so now you have a reason to go back. It's already been an hour. Do not disturb again.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Was Zeta Prime dead or not dead?
I'm getting there.
He was alive.
That's this level. It turns out Zeta Prime is also alive. Yes, he's captured. So Zeta Prime is alive. So now it's like, oh shit, we gotta actually save Zeta Prime and go back for Air Raid. And then you're fighting, and then Zeta Prime actually dies from a stray bullet.
Yeah.
And then his Force Ghost is like, Optimus, you're the last Prime. And then the level ends.
I am Optimus Prime.
You're the last Prime.
I was the very best Prime. No Prime was ever as good as I am.
So now the plan is, okay, well, I'm the Prime. I'm in charge of the Autobots now. Optimus is actually in charge now. He's making plans, and his plan for his little squad is they're going to go into the Decepticon city of Kaon. I always forget how to say that city.
Okay.
I don't know, but go on.
Yeah, so...
The Decepticon city of your mum.
Yeah. So, they decide, okay, well, they have Omega Supreme. We're already here. Let's try to get Omega Supreme back. That's the plan.
But he's corrupted.
Well, they uncorrupt him.
How?
With light energon.
So that's what funny is they corrupted him enough to make him immobile, but he was still a good guy the whole time. They hadn't corrupted him by the time we got there.
Oh.
So we get there and he's like, please help.
Please help me.
Please.
Signature Omega Supreme voice.
That's my Omega Supreme voice. Please help.
Me for real.
Michael, don't leave me here.
So yeah, that whole level is basically you go in, you save him, and then you get him out. He's corrupted enough to be immobile. They take him to the Decepticon city, and then they're corrupting him more to turn him evil, so he'll open up the vault for them. But we save him, and we get him to open the vault for us. And that's that level. And then...
does that feel like part of Megatron's play?
There were a lot of "You fools! I wanted you to do that" moments from Megatron, but
Yeah. This wasn't.
but
one of them.
they never followed up in a way where we lose. So
Yeah.
as an Autobot,
we get one of those in the next level, but this one was not. Them getting into the vault, that was actually not supposed to happen. Because them getting into the vault will allow them to get closer to the core of the planet, and he does not want that. So then part 9,
then
Fancy,
Slug.
you asked about this off podcast. There's a Autobot flight
Spoiler, you
level.
wouldn't tell me.
No, the spoiler I wouldn't tell you was that he was alive, who would then die himself again for real this time.
Oh.
That's why I was like, I can't tell you what Prime dies to tell him, because that's a spoiler for a spoiler. That's like multi-spoilers deep. Yeah, no, he's alive. He's dead. He's alive. He's dead for real this time. You're a Prime.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive again. I'm
Oh,
dead
dead
again.
I'm looking at you. Fuck you.
So yeah, but what you asked off stream, off podcast was, is there an Autobot flying mission? Yes.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is 9. So it's Jetfire,
Silver
Silver Bolt,
and Air Raid.
and Air Raid.
I
Yes.
played Air Raid because he's my goat. And he was my goat this game.
I chose.
he's my
Jetfire.
favorite.
So they go. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit. After you save Omega Supreme, you then go into the vault, and you're like, "We're coming for the core of the planet. We're gonna save the planet." And you're about to die, and then a space slug shows up and saves you.
Yeah, and you ride slugs that have
Yes.
miniguns on their
and then
backs.
and then 2 slugs pull up, because apparently they know the Autobots are the good guys, and these 2 have turrets on them. And the Autobots like, "What the fuck is this? Let's ride them. They must know we're friendly." So, yeah, you know how like the phrase "jumping the shark" comes from Fonz literally jumping a shark in his show on a skidoo. I need to make
jumping
one
the slug.
space slug. I need to for this podcast say that anytime an animal dies to save our heroes, we need to make it a reference to the 60s Batman movie.
Shark
where,
repellent bat spray.
no, where the
That
porpoise
porpoise.
jumped in front of the thank goodness that porpoise risked his life and jumped in front of that torpedo to save ours. It's like just that kind of happens
What?
here. A little later,
Yes,
a
risked.
slug dies fighting the scorpion thing. It's like, oh my god.
I didn't know we were talking about Slug Terra.
So
we're talking
slugs
about-
live inside Cybertron? Is that what I'm learning?
Yes, there's big bugs. Big bugs. Yeah, remember.
Yeah, because there's also a big evil bug that's full of dark energon.
Yeah, and
that's
it's-
trying to inject the core directly, I guess. And we just go show up and beat its ass.
So it's not injecting the core; it is feeding off the core.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So all of these bugs feed off of the core, and this one is just so close that it's already infected with the dark energon that it's now getting fed. So it's kind of evil against its will. It's not directly a Decepticon, but yeah,
Nah, that's evil.
it's like a scorpion thing. So scorpions against slugs.
Slugs won, by the way.
They did win. The slugs won. Well, that's because there's one scorpion and there's 1,500 slugs. Each one with an Autobot with a turret on the back.
It feels a little stiff.
It does. That is the 100 men versus 1 gorilla.
Yeah, Gorilla is getting jumped.
It's
There's
like,
no
yeah,
way.
the scorpion does kill the first couple slugs that get there first, but once all the slugs are on top of it, it's done.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how strong you are if there's just overwhelming numbers and tactics going on.
Yeah. So yeah,
Especially if you're roughly the same size.
Yeah, so you get on the slugs, you go all the way, you're working your way to the core, then the next level you cut to, oh no, it turns out the core is too far gone. It's too late. The only way to save the planet is to shut the planet off and wait millions of years and then return later.
Yeah.
What?
No, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, the only way to save it is to literally turn it off and turn it back on again, effectively.
Yeah, you have to turn it off, let all the dark energon slowly get out of the systems itself, and then when it's all gone, we can come
I'm
back
sorry,
and
is
turn
the
it back on.
solution give the planet an oil change?
No,
Pretty much.
the solution
No, the
is,
solution
oh my...
power cycle the planet.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but the dark energon is kind of like nuclear waste, so we have to go away for a long time for the reset. We gotta wait for all the sludge to go away.
At least long
All the
enough for
gunk
2
gotta get
more
out of that
seasons.
We gotta wait. They literally say millions of years. Optimus is like, we gotta wait.
Yeah, they
millions of
actually
years.
literally say millions.
What?
So that's the plan. But how do we turn the planet off? By overheating it.
No,
Yes.
that's
So the plan is, well, the Decepticons are down here as well. They have a base, so we're going to turn off all of the coolant for the planet, all the cooling systems, which will destroy their base, but also turn off the planet, and then we can get the fuck out of here.
And then while we're trying to leave, we're evacuating the planet. The Decepticons are like, hey, we have a giant fucking space laser that's shooting down the ships that are trying to evacuate.
Yes.
And now we have to send in 3 little plane boys to go destroy that thing.
Yes. So while that's all happening, it's like, hey, remember when Omega Supreme was a big satellite? Well, we have a big fucking rail gun in orbit. Fuck you. And it's like, okay, well, we got to take care of that too. So we go up there, and it turns out it's talking, it's laughing at us.
It's a Cybertronian.
Yeah. What's his name?
It's Shockwave.
I don't remember his name.
No.
It's not?
No, it's
starts with a V.
Trypticon.
Trypticon. Yeah, why did I say V?
We force him to transform. It is robot, and I'm not lying, Godzilla. It is a giant lizard with a mohawk, and he fires beams out of his mouth.
yeah.
His fight's actually kind of...
Trypticon,
Yeah.
right?
His fight's actually kind of painful because he does a lot of damage.
The first half, yes. The second half, no. But just like the Omega Supreme one, when you're the Decepticons, there's 2 versions of the fight. There's the fight at the end of level 9, and then the last of it's in level 10. Level 9 is a pain in the ass, mainly because all of the little spiders, you're scoped in trying to hit all these like little.
You say that,
air
but
breathers
Air
on
Raid
him.
has like Air Raid shoots an explosive that he has infinite ammo for.
Yeah, it was in the G1
I
cartoon.
vaguely
So,
remember this.
I had 0 issue with the little guys, but Air Raid's missiles don't do a lot of great damage against the bigger guys.
Yeah.
So I actually struggled more with the big guys in Mission 9. But I had a lot of fun with Mission 9. Mission 9 was my favorite, by far.
Yeah,
He
I
was a dinosaur and a city.
yes.
I made it. I want to say I made it sure. I made sure to not play the same character twice at any point in the game. My game was Bumblebee, then Ironhide, then Warpath, then Air Raid, then Optimus, because I really wanted to end it on Optimus.
So then you have the second half of the fight. He's crashed down. There's this weird moment where Optimus is like, this is a giant fucking lizard that fell out of space and hit the ground. Where is he? I don't see him falling from the sky. And then he turns out to already be under you. And it's like, so no one saw this thing land. Awesome. Cool. So he pulls all of you underground. And then you fight him there.
No one saw the Decepticon.
And then every phase
Metroplex
transition
land.
after that, he pulls you deeper underground.
Yes.
And the way you kill him, well, you throw him underground.
Yes. He falls deeper into the ground, but he's hurt enough. So this time it totally killed him, guys. And then screen goes to black, and just like
oh yeah, the credit sequence.
Yeah, just like
the
Need for
fucking
Speed.
Credit
just
sequence.
a little screen comes up as like, you won, but it's bittersweet.
Yeah,
Yes.
Vilgax tells you that
Yeah.
you won, but it was bittersweet.
And then you see a cutscene, and it's so at this point,
All of the
everyone's-
Transformers coming out of Bumblebee like a clown car.
Yes,
You remember that?
At this point, if we were going to put it into any of the any of the movies, this is where Bumblebee starts up. Like everyone's officially like trying to get on the ships and stuff. There's a bit of a war, but it's more the Autobots are just trying to get out of there. And Optimus is like, don't worry, we'll join them soon. We got to make sure we kill as many Decepticons on this planet before it completely shuts down. Oh, by the way, I commissioned a new ship called the Ark for us, and then the game just ends. And then the credits start. And it's the ugliest credits I've ever seen. I want to talk about these fucking credits. It is...
Okay, it was funny, though.
It was funny.
That's the best part.
So you know how the cutscenes are pre-rendered in like
Yep.
480i.
Yep.
They took those, and then after they rendered them, they were like, you know what we're going to add on top of this? Cell shading. You cannot see a single
What'd they add?
thing.
I didn't hear you.
No detail survives on these Transformers
Dusty?
in this end credit scene. They're just
Can't
running
hear
around
Dusty.
as the names and stuff show up, but yeah, they are. Oh, she died again. Oh, she's back.
Well, finally, I can hear you again, you
Hey.
fucking
I can't
bitch.
hear her.
Uh-oh.
Well,
What did they add?
I can.
I didn't hear
her.
that bit.
Cell shading.
Cell
shading.
Well,
Oh,
I'll
yeah, no,
leave
that's
and
true.
rejoin, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have to restart yourself.
Probably.
Yeah, they rendered cell shading on top of the already rendered scene, which was already in 480i. So there's no detail on these Transformers anymore. It's very funny.
Yeah, I'm looking for the credits
There we go,
on
I'm back.
YouTube if I can. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the credits. I couldn't even make out which Transformers showed up immediately until he transformed, because then I was like, oh, it's Soundwave.
Yeah, only once they're in robot form and inside of the camera can you actually tell who it's supposed to be. Once
Yeah.
they're more than 5 feet away, it's like, who the fuck is that? Because there's just so much detail loss.
And like the first thing you hear in the song is just Transformers, Defenders of
You know what would have been really funny?
Huh.
If the end credits rolls up and it's just, you got the touch!
It should have been. Oh yeah,
You got the power.
earlier at the beginning of the podcast, I was like, do you remember the universal greeting? When the slugs show up, Ironhide says it, and it's like, yeah, it's the universal greeting. That's why I thought of it. They actually bring that up in the game. No Weird Al, though.
Man, no Weird Al. Is it really even Transformers without Weird Al?
I mean, considering that was the first movie, I feel like not. I feel like it has to. Oh, you know what? All the Michael Bay movies are bad because there's no Weird Al.
Wow.
What is a
Like-
because of that? Because Weird Al is required for there to be a Transformers movie. Is a Transformer required to be in a Transformers movie?
Is a what required?
Is a Transformer required to be in a Transformers movie? Or could you theoretically have a movie about the humans and there's no Transformers? Because if
I
that's
feel like-
true, then the Weird Al movie is a closer Transformers movie than any of the Transformers movies.
Oh, actually, speaking of like, because we were talking about this earlier, can we talk about like gruesome deaths in the game? Because we were talking about like gruesome deaths in Transformers.
Yes.
That one dude who got pinned down and then gravity sucked into the hand.
Yes.
It like ripped it in half that way through just literal magnetism. That shit was gruesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
for Mega Supreme?
Yeah.
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 Holy fuck.
That move right there is where Megatron got the idea to rip Jazz in half. No, I won't.
Yeah, so
Different universe. I know what universe this takes place in if you want to know.
which one?
This is the same universe as Prime.
No.
Yep.
Prime?
This Prime, Robots in Disguise. This is the prequel to Transformers Prime.
Oh.
Yes, it's the aligned universe.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yes. There's also comics, but I didn't read any of the comics in this universe. But yeah, Transformers Prime is technically the immediate follow-up after, not this game, but this series of games. There's 3 of them. And then it's Prime, and then it's Robots in Disguise. And there's a bunch of comics mixed in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what about everybody's notes?
Well,
Can I go
we
first?
through-
Mine are very short.
I've already gone through most of mine because most of my notes were about the story because I kind of knew I might be the only one to finish it because I like Transformers.
I just had a name.
What's your name?
Cis Shapers, Peace on Cybertruck.
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
Fancy. What's yours?
The name?
Yeah.
Transmorphers Battle for Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Damn, we were close. That's sad.
What's yours?
Yeah, what's yours, love?
Transmorphers Battle for Cybertron.
So,
That's funny that you guys are that close.
I didn't do any of those. I named mine. Remember that college humor animation where Megatron transitions because Optimus can't get women?
Oh, yeah.
That's literally what I called mine.
I forgot about that one. I still love on an aside with Transformers about the author when people are like, "Wow, I didn't know how trans inclusive they were." It's just the response being, "Well, it's not called cisformers now, is it?"
There's what show was it? Well, I know it's Transformers, but I'm forgetting which one. There was a one that was way more young kid oriented, and there was a character. A little.
It was a non-binary,
Yeah,
right?
and the Autobot that had to be described to Optimus, and Optimus was trying his best, and Twitter went insane over that scene. It's like, God, oh my god.
Yeah, no, people were pissed off, but like honestly, it's like they are robots.
I almost, if I was writing in that group, I would have had them say something like, the humans are transforming too now. It's just like him to completely understand but also misunderstand. Finally, they're figuring it out.
Okay, but if you could just transform into a sick car, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be my favorite thing to transform into, but I would take it over being is.
Also, we have to give this game points for having the noise, the iconic sound.
Soundwave sounds different.
I'll go through.
This is actually.
I don't have that many notes left, so I'm going to go through some of mine real quick, because mine's just a bunch of random things. I found it interesting immediately that there's two different halves of the campaign. You're not just the Autobots. I liked how you saw how it all began, and then like an hour before the Decepticon one ended is when the Autobot one starts. I like that. Thank you for letting me transform whenever I want, looking at you, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen on PSP.
And the DS.
Honestly, transforming to save ammo was legitimately a thing I started doing.
Yeah. I love Transformers because every time you see a character, you have PTSD flashbacks to other versions of themselves in other universes. Jetfire shows up, and I'm immediately. Go ahead.
It was weird seeing Bumblebee not as a Camaro.
Yeah. Mine was. Hold on, I lost myself. Jetfire showed up and was instantly flashbanged with the memories of old Jetfire from the Michael Bay, but also OG Jetfire, who broke physics by gaining mass to become the Autobot transport ship,
Yep.
and also the Transformers 1 Jetfire, who's the bad guy. He shows up, it's like, which one are you?
Well, sad we didn't get a Metroplex reference.
Metroplex, that's his name. I couldn't think of the other guy.
I
that was a
said it
city.
earlier. I literally said he was the Decepticon
I
Metroplex.
didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I like the idea that Megatron would rather his soldiers die fighting than be wounded, because that probably means they weren't fighting that hard and the Autobots let them live.
Damn, that's kind of horrific.
Yeah, but
I love that though.
Yeah, he literally is like, they're talking about having wounded. He's like, unacceptable. Fucking send them back in. Yeah, he straight up says, like, I'd rather them be dead, because if they died, the Autobots found them worth dying, and that means they were fighting their best.
When you're the
I'd rather them die.
Decepticons, you can kill your own wounded on the ground.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
really? That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah, so
I
it's like-
actually might go back and play through the Decepticon mode because I actually enjoyed this game's
Whereas if
gameplay
you're
a lot.
playing Autobots, you can pick up your buddies on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You can't do that as Decepticon.
Oh, really? You
No.
just kill them?
Yeah, you can't pick them up. You either leave them or you can put them out.
Yeah.
Damn.
In the first level of the Autobot story, Ratchet says a line pulled from the first Michael Bay movie, which is calling them Decepticon punks, and I was like, why would Ratchet do that? That's a Ironhide line.
Well, that you say that, but I think about
Decepticreeps.
like just about everybody calling them Decepticreeps. Yeah.
Yeah. The Decepticon campaign made more sense. Because a lot of the times when one of the campaigns would end, the Decepticons would be together again. So then they disperse again for the mission, and the team would change. But the Autobot one, it's like, we came down here into this pit, and we had Sideswipe, or we had Ratchet. Ratchet's gone now. You have Sideswipe. Where did Ratchet go? Well, he has to be gone so we could call him into the boss fight later. so he just disappears. But meanwhile, the Decepticon one, like, there's a more flow of like, okay, you stay here, you're going with me this time. Like I said,
It was Sideswipe I played, not Ironhide. Yeah, in the second mission.
yeah, Ironhide I think is the third one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but yeah, side like they just have to disappear and
Everybody fucking hated Sideswipe. That's the funniest thing about like the characters that I picked. It's like the Sideswipe keeps getting shit the whole time.
I like Sideswipe. Now
yeah. He's cool.
Yeah, it is a different universe, though. I will say that he is pretty close to the Michael Bay one, but he's less annoying in the Michael Bay one. He's a lot less kid-like. But Sideswipe is very much like the very first line in Transformers 2 when he shows up is he cuts. I forget the name of the Decepticon, but he's the Audi R8 in half in China, and he just puts his knife away and just goes, "Damn, I'm good," and that's the first line that he has in the series. He's very much like that in this game, but he's also he's younger, so he is a little more annoying and getting on people's nerves. Same for Warpath. Warpath and Sideswipe are kind of interchangeable in that way.
You know what I want?
Huh.
I want more of Jazz being like Gen 1 Jazz.
Remember when... Well, hold on, let me check the name. I forget the name of this movie. Where's my Transformers movies? Where are they? Transformers. What the fuck are my Transformers movies?
Oh.
Why can I not see my Transformers movies? Oh, they're because I'm looking at a spot. I have them all in Steelbook now, so then they have a section. Rise of the Beasts. Remember when we got a teaser for that and we were like, oh my god, it's OG Jazz. And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was disappointing.
I
What's
want
his
OG
name's character?
Jazz.
Pete Davidson.
I also want to bring up, every time I think about Soundwave, I can't not think about that one video of the dude reading like tweets as Soundwave, and the one that one line of the "I ain't had my wee wee sucked in a few months. Where's my vacuum mouth veteran whore?"
And, like in Soundwave's voice.
By the way, it's Mirage you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirage. I have every Transformers movie in Steelbook. I have a problem.
fuck?
You know how expensive all those were?
Brother listens to Linkin Park. Holy shit.
Unironically, yeah, I did. Transformers is the reason why I went through a Linkin Park phase.
I didn't ever like consistently listen to Linkin Park, but I will say, Transformers was my introduction to Linkin Park. So there is that.
I went through a phase enough that I've listened to every album, and now because of that, I feel like now that they're doing new albums, I'll probably just keep up. Kind of like 3 Days Grace. I listened to them a lot as a kid, so now every new album, like, I'll listen to it. I feel like I have to now.
I think my biggest band phase was Slipknot. Growing up.
Yeah.
Because in Guitar Hero 3, they had Before I Forget.
Yeah.
Before I Forget. Honestly, Before I Forget isn't even like nearly their best song. It is really good though.
Do you know what's funny about that song?
Huh.
That is like that is one of my favorite songs by them.
Yeah.
Just because it's
really
comparably
good, don't get
to-
me wrong.
well, comparable to some of their other songs, it is a little more on the tame side.
That's I think why I got picked for Guitar Hero, to be honest.
And admittedly, like, Slipknot is a little too strong for me.
Yeah, no, Slipknot being completely unhinged is probably why I liked them so much. My favorite song by them was Gehenna.
Yeah, I will say that Transformers 3, Irresident from Linkin Park, that is on my favorite album by them, which is a lot of people's least favorite, but I like it. It's an album called A Thousand Suns. It is Linkin Park's version of an artistic. We're going for a actual theme here. If you don't listen to the songs in order all the way through, you've listened to this album wrong.
You know,
And I like it. Though no song is in my playlist because, again, no song on its own is good. You have to listen to the album in order.
that makes me think about, like, so Iron Maiden had I believe it was two albums that released with a different singer, while their lead singer was off doing his own couple of solo albums. And those albums are, generally speaking, considered pretty bad.
Speaking of... Go on.
The thing is, I actually like one of those albums, and it's out of the two that singer did, it's his least favorite of those two. Because one album he did, trying to, kind of do his thing, it sucked.
Yeah.
Because you don't become the singer of a pre-existing band and then try to do something that's not what, like, of course you're not going to capture the audience if you go completely in the opposite direction of the band you just joined.
Yeah.
But then he did another album, X Factor, where it was actually more Iron Maiden in its, like, style and the way they did things, and it's got some fucking bangers on it.
That reminds me of where 3 Days Grace is right now. They're Adam Gontier left, but now they're coming back. So it's gonna be interesting.
You also just made me think about Suicide Silence Love, where, like, their old singer Mitch Lucker passed away and they have a new vocalist, and, like, people are super mixed on him. Like, some people like this, but it's completely different.
Yeah.
There is nobody like Mitch Lucker.
That's kind of the thing too, right? Like, I get it, being your own vocalist and stuff, but you at least gotta do, like, your spin on the vibe that you're stepping into rather than a whole new vibe.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's
it's still, like, deathcore at least, so it's still the same genre.
Well, because if he wanted to, like, get those band members in, they could do a different band, like Stone Sour.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Iron Maiden album that was, like, totally off-brand, going down the other path that singer wanted, their, like, flagship song for that album, I think, is called, like, Lightning Doesn't Strike Twice or something like that. And, like, it's dumb. It's a dumb song.
You did also just make me think, Love. When you brought up Stone Sour, what are your opinions on Stone Sour? Since you say Slipknot's too hard for you.
I like Stone Sour.
Hell yeah.
It's.
You guys brought up the music, and I actually just wanted to bring up
when
because
this podcast was about Transformers.
I was about to bring it all back.
Transformers has always been tied to music.
Before we bring it all back, then,
Transformers
can I
related.
say one more thing?
Okay.
Remember, the first one had Weird Al in it. Transformers and
you have
music
the
go
power.
together like crazy.
Yeah.
If it's
So-
a music conversation, it's a Transformers conversation. You can be quiet.
The song is called Lightning Strikes Twice, and the chorus is maybe lightning strikes twice, maybe lightning strikes twice, maybe lightning strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times they repeat it at one point.
Oh my god.
And then it's only God knows, the whole sky glows, and then it's 8 more times that they repeat it, and that's how they end the song.
So to bring it all back, I did want to say, speaking of music, you did just actually make me think. I did think about the music in this game. It's kind of satisfying. Like, the times when the music kicks in, like in combat and shit, it's actually pretty satisfying in this game. The music isn't, like, amazing or anything, but, like, when I noticed it, I was vibing. I just wanted to bring that up because music in video games is really important.
I will bring it together even more. Transformers theme in 2007 for the first movie. One of the trailers is literally just the 80s song being done by Black
You are
Lab.
You are muffling.
You're going underwater.
You're
as
muffled.
you
I
speak.
have changed nothing.
Yeah, you just started going under the water.
I have done nothing.
Honestly, it would have been funnier if we just let that keep going.
Is it fixed?
For
Yeah,
right
it's
now,
fixed.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, I guess that happened, I guess.
Maybe all of our eyes glazed over at the same time. Maybe that's what happened.
all of you just started not listening. It was just wah, 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 wah.
Wah, wah, wah,
Anyway,
wah.
in 2007, for the first Transformers movie, the 80s version, the 80s theme song, had a cover of it done by Black Lab. That is my favorite version of that song to this day.
More than me.
That shit is in my playlist.
Transformers.
Black Lab's Transformers are so good.
Black Lives Transformers.
Anyway, Transformers. Anyone else got notes you want to go through?
I got
or-
notes. You ready for my notes?
Yes.
Okay. So my notes, I've got very few notes, but I do have notes. God damn, this game is loud.
Yes.
It is kind of loud.
Something about the visuals makes me nauseous when playing it. It feels claustrophobic. Gameplay feels fine. Why is aiming toggle? Dark Energon, all caps.
Aiming being toggle actually did fuck me up half the time.
It did. It
It's
did.
like I would reload and be like, okay, let me go back to what as I get zoomed in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. It's not that if I was purposely shooting, I'd always remember to get out of it. But it was after I would reload, I'd turn around to like run, and I'd be shoved forward. I'd be like, wait.
Exactly. Every time too.
Reload should untoggle it. I agree.
I held I held it anyway, even though it was toggle too. That's the worst part.
Why
fine.
does using turrets make me feel uncomfortable?
You don't like being
Okay, yeah, the
measured
turret
by
control.
your
Is-
turret?
As my character double fists and then steps into the turret? No, thank you.
Let me mount it.
You wouldn't be. You don't want to be double fisted by Ratchet. You don't want
That's
Ratchet
neither
to
here
climb
nor there.
inside of you and wear you as a
God,
skin suit.
no.
What's that one Decepticon that's like person shaped in the movies? Do they have a name?
Girl, right?
So
Yeah, the girl.
here's the thing. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Quintessa
girl.
or the girl in the second movie who's just described or disguised as a human?
Yeah, the lady who's trying to fuck Sam Witwicky.
Let me Google that character because
Is she a
Quintessa's later.
Transformer or is she technically more of a minicon?
I don't know.
Because I think minicons are the ones that are like human sized.
Well, because like she
Didn't she come out
what-
of Soundwave?
I don't know.
Soundwave.
If
was
she
a
did, that
satellite.
would. If she did, that would make her a minicon technically.
Also, like thinking of minigons, about what makes them have less personality than the dude who's literally just an RC car? The two
The
racist
Cube.
guys in the movies.
The cube.
Oh, I love that. That's how I remember them, as the two racist jokes.
If I remember right, she got pooped out of Soundwave like Laserbeak and Ravage did. So,
Okay, so they have names.
well, yeah,
They all have
the
names.
Laserbeak's the bird and Ravage is the dog thing.
I'm just googling woman Decepticon.
Her name is Alice, apparently.
Oh my
Alice
gosh,
the
she's the
character's
first thing
name.
that comes up.
Yeah. Alice the Pretender.
Huh.
Being on fandom's very funny because I just look at the top pages this week, and it's very funny because it's like right now it's all FNAF and Deltarune. Could you believe it?
You know what's really funny?
Tenna and the Mimic are the two most visited pages this week.
We don't talk about Tenna.
All that ass?
So, I was looking for a Pokemon art recently, so I'd have a reference for a drawing. And I stumbled onto a thing called the Sorcerer's Wiki.
Okay.
It is, I kid you not, it has like 80 articles.
Dude, how
And
is it
it's
even
got-
accessible for the readers?
Well, here's the thing. Pokemon are apparently sorcerers. R2-D2, a sorcerer.
What?
Several Transformers, sorcerers. the Sligs from Oddworld, sorcerers.
What's this going on about? I was still like in the Alice thing.
The Sorcerer's Fandom Wiki. Everything's a sorcerer.
What are we
Huh.
playing Divinity again? Actually, unironically, I kind of want to play Divinity again at some point.
I mean, yeah, if you want to...
Queen Justinia executes
If
Smells like a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
If you want to not make it past Act 2 again, I'm down.
So,
Fuck it. Honestly, I wish I could start in Act 2.
Who will?
So
I don't
she,
come visit you, Tun. Who will?
Alice from the second movie is a pretender. That is apparently, I did not know this. That is a form of transformer. That is its own thing. There's pretenders are transformers who are able to disguise themselves as completely other life forms.
Huh.
Are they like an
no, I
established
know
thing,
why
or
that's a
did 2
thing.
come up
I
with
know
that?
why it's a-
Yeah, they're able to take appearance of native life forms on planets.
Yeah.
So that is the movies being like, we know what the pretender is. See, here's a hot babe, pretender.
I wonder...
You want to see?
I wonder if those
tail?
are tied to the Quintessons. Transformers lore gets really...
It does. Would that be the original comic, or like where would that? Where do you think that'd come up in
Oh, Quintessons, I mean, they're from way back at the beginning.
Generation 1? Let's see. Control F, Pretender.
Because I would imagine... Because the Quintessons used the Transformers for a while, like as servant-type things, basically. So I'm wondering if the Pretenders were there to help them, like, scout planets or something.
I didn't the Sentinel report.
Gonna go back to my notes while you research that.
Just the Transformers lore is full of so many fake words. The synthoplasm chambers, Lord Zarak and Vorath's synthoplasm chamber. My eyes are glazing over.
Yeah. Back to my notes while you go through that. I like Starscream's guns. Snipers are cool. I'm quickscope master in this game. Jet mode makes me extra nauseous. Why do the Autobots have creepy stealth transformers that click and growl like monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they have those?
I don't know. I had the same question.
So it depends on which version of the original show. If you're talking about the Japanese original one, just a starship containing Autobot pretenders showed up, and now they're here. But in the American so they never showed up in the original show. It was only in comics.
Okay.
They showed up in the Japanese cartoon, but not the American one. So G1 is only comics. They were literally just like the Dinobots. They were just created.
Gone.
It looks like Scorponok and Mindwipe were eventually mixed with Lord Zorak with the synthoplasm chambers that gave them like fake skin. And then that's the Pretenders. So that's why I didn't know they were a thing, because they are comics only, and I haven't read a single Transformers comic.
The
Me neither.
comics only / Japan only. Can I just say, like, fucking Japan got, I think, 2 extra animated series that we didn't, like, just straight out the gate before we ended up with Beast Wars.
And even after Beast Wars, it was like any Transformers was like, I remember growing up before Transformers animated, it was straight up like, if it wasn't the literal babies hero bots or whatever, it's like, well, I've got the Japanese ones with the keys like that.
Well, I mean, those ones at least made it to America, but like Headmasters,
Yeah.
that didn't make it here.
But yeah, like there was a long time where it's like, no, America doesn't get its own thing. If at the very best we will translate it, but it's very obvious that this is an anime at this point. We're not hiding it anymore.
Oh man, can I just say that Armada is still one of my favorite
the
Transformers
Armada
series
That's what
ever.
I was thinking of. The
Yeah,
Toys with the
Armada.
keys.
So the one you're thinking with the keys is Energon.
Energon and Armada
Or-
are kind of the same.
Well, they're
so-
the same series. It's just there's different.
They're the same trilogy.
Yeah.
It's Energon. It's Armada, Energon, and then I always forget the other one.
Big boy. The big man. The truck.
Armada. Continuity. Some mini cons.
Oh, Gretel. My cat just tripped and fell into her water bowl.
Mo. The water bowl is
The Decepticons.
It's barely an inch. I gotta refill it.
Mo. That's enough to drown a baby.
Well, yeah, but any amount of water could drown a baby. Babies are fragile.
Babies are so fragile they can't even drink water.
Babies have 1
Okay.
HP, man.
It's the Unicron trilogy.
You.
Armada, which has the minicons and like the Star Saber and Star Shield. Energon, which has like the Energon star things that they like get super powered off of.
Yeah.
And then Cybertron has the keys.
So, yeah. Yeah, I remember as a kid, the Cybertron ones were the easiest to find. Even like CVS's had them, so I'd buy them all the time.
I had one that I think it was Blur. Yeah, I had the Blur toy from
Somebody's
the
phone
Cybertron
just went
series.
off.
It was mine.
He was like a super fast car, and then when you put the key in, the sides would flip open and he'd turn into like a flying car.
I had Downshift.
Okay.
And there's a recolor of him that I forget, and I forget if that's its own character or if it's just Downshift again.
I had Red Alert.
His name was Big Daddy. I had Downshift and Big Daddy. Big Daddy is a reskin of Downshift. Downshift looks like the Ben 10 car.
Red Alert kind of looks like RoboCop when he's a robot.
Oh my god. And then, oh my god, later on after this, the designers of 2 different shows were like, yo, Downshift and Big Daddy. We'll make Downshift the Ben 10 car. And Big Daddy, that's not Knight Rider. That's Ghost Rider's new car. He's off a bike. He gets a car. That's the car. They saw both of these cars in CVS and they're like, we got a great idea.
Blur got done. He was cool in Armada, and he got done kind of dirty in the Cybertron.
Yeah.
I have notes. Could I read my notes? Were you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Starscream's No Ray is OP. All you gotta do is click heads.
Shreds.
Always let the NPCs play the scientists. That stems from my next note is the one time I played Soundwave, I had a horrible time
Oh,
because you have a healing gun, but you can't heal yourself, and the NPCs never need healing.
yeah.
Later on, you get the healing grenade balls that you can throw at your feet. I did that when I was Megatron.
I forgot what grenade I had at one point and threw one of those at the enemies. I don't think they work on the enemies, but it was kind of funny.
Breakdown has some funny lines.
There were a lot of funny lines, I think.
Always use the sniper and click heads for your secondary weapon. I forget what it was called, but they called it like a pistol for some reason.
Yeah, the pistol was like a sniper. You're right. I was clicking heads. That was pretty much half of my gameplay for most of the characters was clicking on heads.
And the one time I played as Megatron was a power trip because I just steamrolled the whole thing. I kind of did what you did and played a different character every game. Every level. I did Brawl, Starscream, Soundwave, Breakdown, and Megatron.
I can't hear Breakdown and not think.
Remember, I'm going back to Soundwave for a second. Remember in the movies how the first movie did him pretty well by making him a giant satellite?
Yes.
And then in 2 and 3, they're like, he's a Mercedes-Benz. He's small now.
Remember
I thought he was
how
a satellite in the second one. Because he was shooting down Ravage and Laser.
No, you're right. It's in the third one. He's the Mercedes. In the first and second, he's a satellite, and then he's just like little car.
Remember how they can't figure out what the hell to do with him because like
He was a radio.
he's
Or
super
cassette player.
conspicuous. Yeah.
I like how in the game he prints the cubes like in the show. Wah.
Yeah, he did
Oh,
that
wow.
one. So I was like, oh, he did the thing.
He did.
He printed the cube.
He printed the cubes. He also I like how he actually ejects all the Autobots as like little VHSs, all the little mini bots.
The mini-con.
Yes. I enjoyed that.
It's funny that they made him the satellite in the movie when Shockwave is the satellite in the show.
Yeah.
The dude with the one eye and the gun hand.
Hold on. Transformers movies. Shockwave.
Unless, was he in the movie?
Sharkwave. Oh no. I forgot what they did to Shockwave. They butchered this guy. I forgot about this.
So
You don't remember what they did with him in the third one?
Should I just look it up?
No, I'll tell you.
Okay. What did they
He's
do?
the one with the big city destroying worm.
He is the worm, or he summoned the worm.
He's both. He's often with the worm.
Oh, I don't remember that. You know
Yeah,
what I do remember though? The dude from the Mark Wahlberg movie whose face was a gun.
Lockdown? No. Which one was that?
I don't remember his
Transformers
name, but I
movies.
just remember his face became
I'm
a
gonna
gun
put
at one
Transformers
point.
movie gun face. Which one was that? Yeah, it's Lockdown. I was right. God damn, I'm good. Yeah, the one who's not an Autobot or a Decepticon.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason why the humans are working with him, because he doesn't really care.
Oh
He
yeah,
kills
that's
Ratchet.
him. They gave him horns. I forgot.
Yeah.
And he was a turret.
I like this Reddit. Just what do you think about Lockdown's face? What do you think about Age of Extinction Lockdown's face?
You know, I mean,
Well,
2020 wasn't very fun of a year.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
don't
also
think the
because
lockdown had a face, but
that lockdown. It's also because before the gun face, this is an Age of Extinction where they got even more human-like. So he's
Yep.
strangely human, and then his face becomes a giant rifle. It's like,
Yep.
oh. Age of Extinction, not a good
Oh,
movie.
Shockwave's mouth is sideways too. What did they do?
Are you looking at the third movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a
Yeah.
sideways mouth.
Yeah, he's often with the worm.
I forgot about the worm.
Yeah. They really fucked up Chicago. Well, fucked them up. Yeah, he does. I think he turns into a tank.
It's
Did we
either a
ever
tank or a turd of some kind. That's what I'm saying.
Revenge of the Fallen. He was in. Oh, you only see him for like he's like RC in the first one where he's technically there, but they try to hide what's left of him because they tried to remove him last minute. He's there, but it's like not officially.
It looks
It's
like
funny.
it's a tank
Yeah.
of some kind.
The worm's name is Driller.
That's
Cool.
a creative name.
So cool. They really said, okay, so he's got the dog. He's got the no. We gave all the other all the animals were given to Soundwave. Shockwave's got to have something. Give him a worm. Give him a tremor. Get Kevin Bacon here. And then Balto shows up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Kevin Bacon, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing Kevin Bacon.
Giggity.
Footloose. Anyway, should we rate the game?
Yeah, alright.
Is it time? Is it time? Is it time?
Oh god, I hate Lockdown's
It sure
face.
seems like it is.
Lockdown's face.
He's got a man face.
Yeah, I mean that's like Megatron and The Last Knight has a very similar face. It's like, oh my god, what did they do to you?
Oh, yeah, I forgot Lockdown just has...
He's just
Yeah.
a man.
He's just a man. They did that to most of
He's just
the-
a man.
what's his name? They did that to pretty much everyone but Optimus and Bumblebee because but everyone else they changed.
Yeah, they did.
Like the Canopy has a face.
Canopy.
Yeah, Canopy was in the movie for 5 seconds. At the beginning of the movie I think it's The Last Night, when he meets that little girl, there's that big transformer who's like he's a Canopy. He's hidden underground and he lifts up and he's got like the street on his back.
Mm.
And then he's immediately killed. But he's got a very similar face. Yeah, Age of Extinction and The Last Night. Do not like. Do not like.
Mm.
All right. We're going to start backwards. Kane!
Yep.
What do you rate this game even though you played 5 minutes of it? What do you rate the game?
I played... I got halfway...
I just like shitting. I almost said shitting on you. I just like
Dusty,
I don't know why I
you are
chose
not
the word
into
shitting.
that. I know.
I'm just like shitting
Nobody here
with
is
you.
into that.
Where was I going with the word shitting?
Oh.
I like
You're
shitting
alone
with
in
you
this
or I like
conversation.
shitting on
You're the
you.
only one that's
Which
into
one do
that.
you prefer?
Um,
Do we have the toilets that face each other?
no.
Those boss fight
Competitive
toilets?
cheating.
Yeah.
Ornstein and Smo.
All right. What do you rate? What do you rate? What do you?
Here, here's the thing.
Do you like yourself?
The I was gonna say, I actually do like Gears of War. Like, over-the-shoulder third-person shooters, I've got nothing against. Did the game feel like it could use a little polish? Yeah. However, being able to freely transform into a tank or a jet was fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
The 2-shot EMP shotgun can suck my nuts.
It's pretty good.
No, it's not. It's bad. It's the reload on it is so slow, and everyone shoots you as you get near them. Who's gone?
Eelayne?
Yeah, no, that's a you problem, Dusty.
That's a you problem. She's still here.
On my end, she's
here.
not even in the room.
Nope,
Yeah,
she's
no,
here.
you gotta come back.
Dingus.
I'll restart. With technical difficulties
Lama.
today.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Let me unmute everyone.
I couldn't do this because it's not going to be in the recording.
Yes, it will, because I get you recording. All right. Anyway, what do you rate?
Wow, we're still waiting for this bitch.
Yeah.
Let's talk shit about him while he's gone.
I've been back for a solid couple minutes. I forgot I have to unmute myself.
Uh-huh.
On the podcast I came back and I heard Eelayne and I answered. Damn. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Give it the toilet.
All right. What are you rating this game?
So, even though I got like super, like I had to play it in little tiny chunks, I did have relative fun. I didn't like. There was not a point where I'm like, oh god, I gotta play that again. So I know that I don't have anything in the 5s. What's in my 6.5 range?
Yeah, 6.5 Spyro 2. Mech Assault. You put Spyro 2 and Mech Assault and Dragon Age Origins in the same.
Hey, you know, my reasoning for all three was at least unique. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the 6.5 spot.
6.5.
I didn't dislike it, it's not a game that I apparently physically can ever play.
Yeah.
So
You're out there being able to play VR, and you're like, no,
I know.
Transformers War for Cybertron.
Do you want to hear something fucking insane? You know another game that I physically can't play because I get motion sick?
What?
Fallout 76.
Oh.
That's
I
the one
don't
I was
know.
aware of.
I don't know what it is, but looking at that game while like just moving around in that game space makes me wanna like I had.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's 2 regular video games and Bone Labs. Every other VR game I've ever played, not a thing. I can fly jets in VR and be fine.
Fancy.
Yes.
What do you rate Asylum's Transmorphers?
Asylum.
Asylum made a Transformers movie called Transmorphers.
Transmorphers.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie.
What do you rate the podcast game?
Yeah. Thank you, Eelayne. Thank you.
Good lord.
Listen, I'm about half awake right now.
Skill issue.
I do like Transformers. I will say it was a little bit repetitive, just running around shooting things.
Especially once you got to the auto part, the auto part store. Once you
Autobahn.
get to the Autobots, because it's really just the same thing, but the other side. To the point where the Decepticons are like, oh, they really sent one of these shield guys. Fuck them. I hate these guys. And then you're as the Autobots, and they have the exact same one. It's like, you fucking, what do you mean? You have the same bad assholes. What the fuck?
I'm gonna agree with Knight, and I'm gonna give it a 6.5 too.
A 6.5.
I almost said 7, but
Eelayne, you haven't given a game a 7 yet. You know, you always could. You do.
Honestly, I was thinking about giving it a 7. I enjoyed it a lot. It was pretty fun.
All right.
The combat was fun. Even though I know it would get repetitive, this is one of those games that I feel like I would come back and play it sometime just to hash out the first half. I think I did it a disservice by playing all of it in like one sitting. That was probably not good. Mostly the flying.
Like in Mission 9 was a lot of fun, and I just love, I'm a Titania player when it comes to
I know.
Warframe. If I could freely shift between on the ground and flying, you're gonna find my ass flying a bunch.
Give me the Y-axis. I'll show you what it's for.
What was I thinking?
You know
Yeah.
what that reminds me of? Just one tiny little mechanical gripe with the game real quick. Why the fuck can I not fully move in the 3D space when I'm flying?
What do you mean?
I mean, you are a multifunctional jet that can hover in place, but I can't just go up.
Oh no, I know what
Move
you're
your
talking about
mouse
now.
up. Well, you're boosting.
Yeah, just look up.
Yeah, but why is there not just you have a jump button? Why can't you just hold that and go
Well, with the cars you can jump.
on foot? You can jump too.
But I never tried pushing space with the plane, so I don't know.
It
it
doesn't
does
do
nothing.
anything. That's what
it
I'm
does
saying. It should just let you up.
But then you.
If you can float, you have a crouch button.
Yeah.
There's a crouch button?
I never used crouch.
No, there isn't.
Is there not? I thought there
There
was.
is not.
I never used crouch.
No, I kept trying to crouch whenever I was reloading because that's like a habit. No, there is not a
Yeah,
crouch button.
shift is usually crouch, and that's your ability
Shift?
or whatever. In any game I play, shift is crouch.
You sure it's not like
Control.
C?
It's control. That's usually the crouch button. It's control.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, it usually is.
No.
Shift is
No,
usually
That was
sprint.
one of the ability buttons,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
shift is sprint.
Yes, in the game.
Yeah,
they're
those
all
are both ability
buttons.
buttons.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Although,
it's not a crouch button.
I'm gonna flashbang you with the knowledge that usually when sprint is the sprint button, I rebind it to Alt.
I put it on my mouse. Well, I put
Why would
crouch
you-
on my mouse.
Why would you put it on Alt?
Because it's the way Skyrim does it.
Why is sprint? No. Love, how do you
Never
jump and
mind,
sprint
you
at
know
the
what?
same time?
For Skyrim, you just don't. You can't. You can't jump while sprinting, so it doesn't matter. But for like any other game, it's because I have sprint as a toggle.
You're a monster.
Yeah, that's crazy. No. I'm looking at my past reviews, and I've ruined my scores. I don't know where
Oh?
I put this game.
Yeah.
Because I want
Yeah?
to put it a 5, but I disagree with another game I put as a 5.
Wait. Let me hear it.
It was Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah?
That needs to go lower.
No.
That game is not on the same level. I'm sorry. It's just not on the same level as
That
Mass
game is
Effect.
so good,
But
you're just bad.
For some reason, I put it on the same level as Mass Effect.
Because it was good, and you're bad.
I should have put it.
It
with
has
the-
a 93% user score.
Yeah.
It's a
from
good game.
20 years ago when no one fucking knew better.
Wow.
People to the it is that
That's
user
the-
score persists. It is a good game.
If tomorrow every single person on Earth was like, I'm going to play and rate Panzer Dragoon, that score would plummet.
Okay, but I
know
feel
it.
the need. You need to think about the kind of games that people play now.
Good.
Of course, 90%. No,
I just felt like
there's
an
no
asshole.
yellow
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was too much. I'm sorry.
There's no yellow paint in Panzer Dragoon. How they're gonna find out what to do?
There's no yellow paint.
There's no pop-ups telling you how to play through the tutorial.
I mean, that's just a new way of doing old things.
That is true. I mean,
Yeah.
they did have like a user manual.
Well, that's the thing.
Well,
Like
even-
tutorials now are integrated into the game, so you don't need a manual package with it.
I mean,
That's
even
cool.
Even before that, like, you know how many old PS1 and 2 games you're like, what should I do? And the thing in the corner's pulsing. And we've been doing this shit forever. It's not new, guys. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, it is true, but
I
it's
was
a lot more quality of life now.
complimenting the
It's
way
more
things are
standardized.
now. I wasn't complaining.
Well, I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah, you audience that we don't
Yeah,
know anything
you
about. Shut the
If
fuck
you
up.
think the yellow
All
paint
two
thing
of
is
you.
bad, you're wrong.
All
Now, do I
two
would-
of
I
you
will
who
agree
even
with
make
this.
it this far.
I think that should be a toggle. If it was a toggle, all of the problems would go away. If that was
Nah,
an accessibility thing, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah,
What
I
is
could
it that
see it
you're
as a
talking about
toggle. I'd have to have it on all the time because I am actually stupid. Great example, Monster Hunter Wild. There's a couple of hunts that take place in like an arena with this big gate that you can extend up through the middle. There are specific areas of the gate marked where like the metal has extra netting across it all the way up with
That's
little
the ones
yellow
you can
straps and
climb.
stuff on it.
Anywhere else you can't climb.
No,
What's-
it doesn't have yellow straps on it. It's just extra netting.
No, yeah, it's just rope.
I spent minutes ramming my face against this gate trying to figure out how the hell I had climbed over it last time.
Did Eelayne die, or is it just me again?
I think she died.
Okay,
She's,
it's real. this
no,
time.
yeah, she's gone.
Okay, it's real. I'm getting PTSD from seeing
She's the
her
One Piece.
disappear. I really don't want to change my score, so I'm just gonna have to know that I fucked up my scoring. I really don't think it's 5. It should have been a 4 with a Mech Assault. It
No,
should have been, I'm
because
sorry. Yeah.
no.
Sorry about
I'm
that.
not gonna change it. It's a 5 forever now.
Well, because you said it was a 5 because you felt like,
Yeah, but now,
You-
like, I would rather play Pokemon Coliseum, which I also labeled a 5. I would rather play Need for Speed Carbon, which is also a 5. I would rather play Mass Effect, which is also a 5. Based on my scores, it's not a 5. I mean, I put it there for no reason.
I
I'm
mean, you
mad
could
at
put it.
myself.
Okay, hold on. How about this? Move
put
it
it
to a
4.5.
4.5. Like I'll be okay with that. We've shifted games before. Also, welcome back.
Yeah, but not this season.
Hello.
We did a lot in season 1, but
Can
this would be
Dusty
the
hear
first time
me?
in season 2, and we're halfway through. That's why I'm
It's
like, I
fine.
might as well just leave it.
Can
Can
Dusty
Dusty-
hear me?
Oh, I need to unmute her. There we go. I don't know why.
You didn't get to hear my cat sniffing and snorfing in the mic.
No.
It's okay. I heard.
So I'm going to change it to a 4. Here's why.
4.5.
No, I'm going to change it to a 4. You know why? Because
Why?
even if I do that, it still stays above a 6. And when it was at a 5, it was still a 6 point something. Like, because you rated it an 8, like my 1 point does not change the score that much. So I'm just going to move it to a 4. It's still a 6.
Because the game deserves an 8. It's not perfect, but God, is it good?
The same reason I gave Spyro
Couldn't
2 a
even
10.
say good with confidence.
It's good.
Look, it's rough around
I
the
had
edges, but how many games do we have where that aren't Spyro, where you get good dragons that aren't the bad guys, and also super weird bioengineered technology?
Anyway, I'm making this game a 6. For me, it is on the same level as an Oblivion or a Dark Age, a Dragon Age Origins. They're perfectly, all of these games are perfectly playable, but they're a little too old at this point for me. They all have.
I think this game actually aged pretty fine, but then again, I never played Gears of War,
It's
so I don't have any frame of reference for over-the-shoulder shooters of the time.
it's a very simple third-person shooter, and I'm sorry, but going backwards, I'm rating games compared to modern times. Those pre-rendered cutscenes kill me. Those are
They are bad.
terrible. They're so bad.
Don't you love watching Megatron's mouth melt out of his face?
Oh yeah, you guys remember watching the absolute prop blocking that is Optimus Prime's visor mouth?
Yeah.
I just picture like Gmod metal sounds every time he speaks.
All right, I have a question for everyone.
Yeah.
I have
gotta
two
bed.
games. I'm recommending a game, and then yes,
Okay.
we're at the end. Go put on your
Such a
customized
baby.
VeggieTales soundtrack with your name in it and go to bed. Do it.
Did I tell you I had that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's why I knew you had it.
That would have been the funniest like guess poll in the universe, though.
Because I told you we didn't have the VeggieTales ones, but my grandma got me and my sister one for Christmas one year. They weren't VeggieTales; it was just a generic one, but we had them. Anyway, so a question for everyone. I'm going to give you a choice. We're going to finish 2 different threads I've started. Whichever one you don't choose is next time's. Are we doing Spyro 3 or Need for Speed Most Wanted finally? I've given you a Need for Speed break. It's legitimately been...
Wanted.
It's
is the one on
Spyro
the 360,
3.
It's legitimately been like 3 months since the last Need for Speed.
Is Most Wanted the one on the 360?
Yes, we're doing the 2012 one now.
I vote for Most Wanted then.
Oh,
Yeah.
this game. Oh.
Yes. We've done the whole thing. We're like, hey, remember Most Wanted? Hey, here's the sequel they did. Oh, by the way, this other company was doing a thing. They'll eventually take over. This is their first game.
Tyrion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I actually played this one when I was when it came out, when I was a kid.
Not to be confused with the original Most Wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So are we doing that or Spyro 3? We got one vote
I'll
for
say Most Wanted.
Speed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Sweet. Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012.
I can't wait to get less viewers in the next one.
When
Yeah.
the year of Coney and then to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes. Need
With a PS3
For-
game.
What about Need 5 speed?
the need for Sneed.
The speed for Need.
Most one
I didn't mean to click
Need
the AI button, Google. Don't put that there.
2012.
Need for Breed.
I have that sticker. That's a sticker I found at the FurCon we just went to. And it's in the Need for Speed font. Need to breathe.
Really?
I'm going to put that on my car. Right next to my I stop for femboy sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been looking for a sticker to replace my TheGamingDusty one because I'm no longer on Twitter.
You know, the I stop for femboys thing, you should stop in front of like the most grizzled, gruff looking guy and say, check my sticker. like I'm stopping for you.
That does remind me of the "if you pull me over, you're gay" sticker. And there's a video from
The cop reads it, and he
reads it and immediately starts walking with a hip sway.
full runway walk up to the car.
He just leans into it like, I guess I'm gay. Why can't cops just be goofy the whole time? Why do they have to be monsters, huh?
I think that dude also had an only gay cops pull me over shirt on. Like on top of that.
This is coming from someone who has cops in his family, by the way. I hate him.
Damn.
I hate him.
I don't blame you though. Is that the end?
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you all for watching.
Wait, did Lad rate it?
Yeah. A 6.5, just like you. Oh, yeah. The official rating is a 6.5. A 6.5, 6.57, and a 6. Putting it just above Dragon Age Origins, but just below Spyro 2. It's because I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it's a perfect game. Thank you all for watching this episode of the Need to Breed podcast.
I'm inside your walls.
I'm inside your walls. She's inside your walls.
I was hoping you'd cold end it with that.
How do I stop recording again?